Welcome. Let's take a look at our top story this hour. Myanmar's leader, Aung San Suu Kyi, is at the International Court of Justice in The Hague in the Netherlands. She is expected to defend Myanmar's military against the accusation of genocide. The first 3 days of hearings will focus international attention on military clearance operations in 2017 against the Rohingya Muslims, who are in minority in Myanmar. The operation forced 700,000 people to flee across the border to neighboring Bangladesh. Myanmar is a Buddhist majority country that considers the Rohingya to be illegal immigrants and denies them citizenship. Aung San Suu Kyi was once considered human rights champion. In fact, in 1991, Aung San Suu Kyi was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize, but over the years she faced international backlash over the Rohingya issue. Suu Kyi will not be addressing the International Court of Justice until Wednesday. Now, she is expected to argue that her country's military operations were a legitimate counter-terrorism response. This case reached the International Court of Justice after Gambia accused Myanmar of breaching the 1948 Genocide Convention enacted following the Holocaust. Now, Gambia is a predominantly Muslim West African country. UN investigators have branded the incidents as genocide. In her home country, Suu Kyi still holds a good chunk of public support. On the eve of her departure from Myanmar, thousands had rallied in Suu Kyi's support.
Credible and transparent. Typical of Myanmar's own investigative mechanisms is its advisory board for the Committee for Recommendations on Rakhine State. It is one of a very few that included international members. Among them was Ambassador Bill Richardson, a former U.S. representative to the United Nations. He resigned after the first round of meetings, denouncing the board's so-called investigation as a whitewash. Kobsak Chutikul, a Thai diplomat who served as the board's secretary, quit soon thereafter, expressing his concern that the board's existence was going to divert attention from the issues, give a false impression that things are being done. Instead, he said, Myanmar government officials did no more than defend the line that this is an internal matter. We are handling it. We haven't done anything wrong. This is a false narrative. Mr. President, it is Myanmar's narrative that is false. It is also reprehensible. This is what the chairperson of a state-level investigative committee said about the widespread and well-documented rape of Rohingya women. He said it was inconceivable because they are very dirty. The Bengali Rohingya women have a very low standard of living and poor hygiene. They are not attractive, so neither the local Buddhist men nor the soldiers are interested in them. The chairperson of Myanmar's investigative committee was not the only one to categorically deny that Tatmadaw soldiers have raped Rohingya women. What you see now before you, and at tab 18 of your judges' folders, is a current screenshot from the Facebook page of Myanmar's agent in these proceedings. As you can see, the Facebook page insisting fake rape belongs to the Myanmar State Consular Office. Mr. President, members of the court, in the Gambia's view, Myanmar's false narratives, like these, and its sham investigations further demonstrate the need for you to order provisional measures to compel it to live up to its obligations under the Genocide Convention during the pendency of these proceedings to protect the Rohingya from recurring acts of genocide. Next, my colleagues will show how each of the requirements for provisional measures set out in Article 41 of the Court Statute is fully satisfied, and they will describe the specific provisional measures that are called for in these exigent circumstances. I thank you for your kind attention and ask that you call next to the podium, after the break if you are so disposed, Mr. Arslan Suleiman, who will address the court on its prima facie jurisdiction over the Gambia's claims.
I thank Mrs. Pasipanodja Before I give the floor to the next speaker, the court will observe a coffee break of 10 minutes. The sitting is adjourned.
Now we are coming to you live from the International Court of Justice, where they have just adjourned. We're coming to you live from The Hague in the Netherlands, where Aung San Suu Kyi is expected to defend Myanmar's military accusations of genocide.
The UN mission's